Hello, teachers. In this video, I am going to cover several important things for you to know in order to teach for Duna language. So please watch this video carefully. It will help you to get ready to teach on Duna language. First of all, I would like to talk about the drive feature of this app, Classin. Um, all of the materials are in your drive. And there's two ways you can access your drive. One is in the classroom, another is in the app. So when you want to prepare for a class, you can always go to your drive in the app. Um, this is what you have to do. You just log into the app and then click on Drive. So you select My Resources, and so in my drive, there are several files, but when you click on My Resources in your account, then you will only have one file, which has Chinese written on it, and you want to click on that. Then you can access all of the teaching material of Duna language. So we have three curriculum: Free Talk, Reach Higher, and Starlight. The one that's most commonly used is the Reach Higher curriculum. Um, so if you click on that, you can see all of the levels. If you go into a level, then you can see all of the lessons. If you go into a lessons, you will see usually four documents. So we have vocabulary, worksheet, and writing task. The one that you want to use is this one. So this is the courseware. You don't want to use the other three because they are the homework. You don't need to use them during the class. Yes, so that's how you can access the curriculum from the app. Usually you will need to do this when you want to prepare for a class. So now let's take a look at how we can access the courseware when we are in a classroom. So here we go. Let's enter class. It's super easy. While you are in the classroom, you can see the toolbar on this side, and you need to go for this one, Drive. So again, you want to look for My Resources and go to the same document, and you will see the same stuff. So for example, if you want to go to Reach Higher, Level 3, Lesson 9, then just click on it, and you can find out Level 3, Lesson 9. You can also use the search feature if there's too many files. And if you click on that, then the courseware will be there. So how we can find out which lesson we need to teach is very simple. So when you started teaching, there will be a single classroom for all of your students. So for example, you have 10 students, then there will be 10 classrooms like this. What you have to do is just go to the chat of the classroom, and then you can look for the node from the teaching assistant. So you see here, it says next lesson, RH level 5, lesson 48, page 10. And that means this is the place where you want to start the lesson. So RH always means reach higher. If it's free talk, then it will start by FT. If it's starlight, then it will be something like SL. Um, Sometimes you may not see the message when you click in the chat like this one because the message may be hid by the homeworks correction. So what you have to do is just scroll up and look for the previous message. So the very last one that you see in the chat is the one that you need to use for your class. So apparently for Bill, the next lesson will be level 5, lesson 48, page 10. So let's try to find it out from the drive. Level 5, let's reach higher level 5, lesson 48, and page 10. So if you want to go to page 10 directly, just click on this one, the button at the left bottom corner, and then you will see all of this. And just click on page 10, then you are at page 10. All right, so the next thing is classroom layout. We require our teachers to have a certain layout set up when they are teaching. Now I'm going to show you how to set it up. So first of all, you need to go to the top right corner and look for something that looks like 4 squares. So this one here, and you want to click on that, then click on window layout. So you want to select this one, 3 split screen on right. So selecting it, you simply just have to click on it, and then you have this layout already. So what you want to do next is hold Shift and then drag the courseware. So while you are holding Shift and dragging, you will see this yellow window. What you have to do is just put it into the frame and then let go of it. Then it will just fit in the frame. And same with the camera, you hold Shift and then drag. So the camera will be here. And for the student's camera, you just put it below you, like this. You have to remember that in order for you to set up this layout correctly and successfully, you will always have to hold Shift and drag simultaneously. So you don't want to hold Shift and then drag. You don't want to hold Shift, release, and then drag. You want to always holding it and dragging it together. Yeah, so that's how you can set up the classroom layout. Sometimes if it doesn't work, just try again, because sometimes this feature is not very sensitive. So if it doesn't work, please just try again. All right, so the next part is the after class report. You don't have to do a report for all of your students. You don't have to do a report after every lesson. The only mandatory report is the report for your trial lesson. So whenever you finish a trial lesson, please send a report to Jerry on Messenger as soon as possible. And also every time when a student complete a unit, so that would be around 15 to 20 lessons, you have to write a performance report. But it's not mandatory to send the feedback after every class. However, we have found out that sending a feedback after every class is helpful for bringing closer the relationship between teachers, parents, and students. So by sending a feedback after every class, it may give you a higher retention rate of your student. So this is what another teacher do. She just simply send a message like, great work today, Bill. You did an excellent job comparing and contrasting fairy tales and how-to articles. So you can just simply encourage them and mention something they did well with. And if there's something you think that they may need a bit of review on, you can always mention it here. So for example, if there's a particular word or grammar, you can always put it here. But again, this is not mandatory. If you want to do it, then that's excellent. If you don't want to do it, it's absolutely okay. So the next part I would like to talk about is homework. Students will have usually 4 homeworks after every class. So vocabulary, worksheet, and speaking task, or a writing task. The only homework that you need to check is their speaking task. So for example, this one, And what you can do is you can send them a voice message like what teacher Anna does.
Hello, Bill. Great job on your speaking homework. I agree, Little Red Riding Hood was very brave. And we would say she saves her grandma from the big bad wolf's mouth. Great job with your sentences, and I'll see you in our next class.
So you always want to encourage them, and if you notice any mistake in their speech, then you can mention it in the feedback. Rather than the speaking homework, you don't need to check the other homeworks. So that's all about the report and homework. And lastly, I'm going to talk about what should you do when there is a no-show. So, for example, you are in a classroom and the student haven't show up yet. At 5 minutes mark, if no one show up, please send a message to Jerry on Messenger to tell them no one has show up. And if he find out that the student is not coming, then he will let you know, and then you can leave the classroom. But no matter what, you will always receive the full payment of that class. If you don't receive anything, you don't have any feedback, please just stay in the classroom and be ready for the student to come in at any time. Either way, you will always be paid for the lesson. In case if a student or parent come online and talk to you, they want to cancel the class, please tell them you are not authorized to do it. Ask them to contact the head teacher to cancel the class. Okay, so well, those are pretty much all of the most important things you should know. Teaching for Duna language. I hope you will enjoy your teaching journey with my company and look forward to seeing you in the classroom soon.